let's please get into this new camera. Let's just take a moment. Can we just take a moment for this new camera? I know. Hey, Miss Ma'ams and Sirs. My name is Trinity Leah. If you are new to the channel, welcome. And if you're an OG to the channel, welcome back to another video. All right, so I just want to say happy new year. When I was putting together my other videos, I didn't think that my first video of 2020 would be my first video in 2021. It didn't pop into my head, so I didn't make a correct intro for it. So here it is. I just wanted to say welcome to the new year. I hope everyone's new year is going great so far. We made New Year resolutions. We're actually going to work on those. We're not just going to sit around and say I'll get to them next month, because it would never happen. So I just want to say welcome to the new year. Work on your new year resolutions, and let's get into the video. Okay. As you see, I got the black book. And if you don't know what the black book is, the black book, it has all my notes. Black book has all the tips and tricks and solves up in this book. That's how you know it's going to be a sitting video, but it's going to be an informational sitting video where things you need to know about your hair. Don't mind the Christmas trees in the back. I just didn't take them down yet. I thought it would add a little bit of effect, but it's not the correct season anymore, so I'm going to take them out afterwards. But it's okay. So today we are going to be talking about porosity, hair porosity. Now, if you don't know what your hair porosity is, my ma'ams, my sirs, you've come to the right place. You clicked the right video, because that's what I'm here for today. So what hair porosity basically essentially means is how well your hair retains and the ability to obtain and absorb moisture. It also includes like how well your hair retains water, how well your hair retains oils, how well your hair absorbs and obtains the creams and the liquid leave-ins and the deep conditioners. So there are three types. There's high porosity, there's low porosity, and then there's normal porosity, where your hair is basically the golden child of the group, okay? But so I'm going to talk about all three, but my main two focuses will be on high porosity and low porosity, because essentially that is where the problems really lie. Okay, so if you don't know, the hair is truly affected, the hair shafts is truly affected by the outer layer of the hair, which is aka called the cuticle. Some people call it shaft, some people call it cuticle, whichever one you really truly prefer. Typically I say shaft, but for the video to be actually grammarly correct, I will be saying cuticle. Sometimes hair porosity is also genetic. If you did not know, your mom, your dad, your grandma, your great grams, your grandpas, they probably gave you a high porosity, low porosity, normal. It can be passed down, but it can also be affected if you also put like chemicals in your hair, treatments in your hair that are a little harsher. If you straighten your hair pretty often, that can cause your porosity levels to kind of flip and flap. So if you do those things, I would suggest, every so often, every couple months or whatever, just testing your hair to see what porosity is my hair, because you want to essentially, once you know how your hair, what your hair is, it's so much easier to take care of. It's so much easier to get popping results. And it's so much easier to just overall love your hair, because when your hair looks good and when your hair is fly, curls is popping, you love your hair so much. It builds that confidence in you. And people say it don't it do. Knowing your hair is key, guys. So first we're going to be starting off with the high level porosity. Okay, so high level porosity, your hair is essentially, as you go down, it's essentially open, and it's very easy for the product, the water, the oils to really just get into your hair, which is also a bad thing because easy in, easy out, guys. And that is why you really have to make sure which products to really use for high porosity hair, because once you put a certain product in your hair and you think it's good, it can easily just come right out when you sleep on it, when you twist it up. You just never know. High porosity also has gaps and holes within the hair cuticle, which sometimes which makes it prone to frizz, which makes it prone to much moisture loss, because it's open. So frizz will come in, the humidity. That's why if you live in very humid places and your hair is very like poofy and you really feel like you can't get a curl in after you did a 3-day twist out, trust this, I feel your pain. You probably have high porosity hair because your hair is open, so all the moisture is getting into your hair and then it's leaving your hair and it's causing all the frizz and your curls aren't popping no more. And yeah, so leave-ins, moisturizers, and sealers are your friend. Oh, I was wondering what that sound was. But are your friends, guys. Layering those products, just add and really seal in that moisture because your hair will still stay open, but just layering on the leave-ins and the moisturizing, the sealers, they really just help close your hair as much as possible, close that cuticle as much as possible, so you'll be able to, wear your hairstyle a little longer than what you typically would. And now we're gonna go to the normal hair porosity. Child, we ain't gonna waste too much time on the normal hair because y'all are the golden child and y'all already get too much shine. You already get too much shine. Basically, your hair is perfect. But just because it is the golden child and just because it knows what it's doing does not mean you do not need to take care of your hair, because the more you take care of your hair, the more your hair will stay normal, the more your hair will stay vibrant and alive and doing what it's supposed to be doing. Normal hair porosity typically requires the least amount of maintenance, but like again, you still need to take care of your hair. Now the hair cuticle is open enough for the products to receive and closed enough for it to stay locked in. Normal porosity takes very well with coloring the hair, takes very well with perming the hair, takes very well with just random treatments, maybe a keratin treatment. It takes very well because it absorbs and then it just sits and it actually does. It give what it's supposed to have gave, okay? It give what it's supposed to have gave. But remember this, the more you put your hair through the treatments, the perm, or the coloring, the more care you have to take of your normal porosity hair, because you're changing it up, you're twisting it up, you're manipulating the curl. So you want to make sure you're keeping a test just to make sure it's still in the same boat and you still use the same products, because the minute it changes, your products and your regimen needs to change. Protein treatments and protein deep conditioners are very essential for the normal porosity, but just not in your everyday regimen for sure. So when you do your little deep conditioning, make sure you have some protein in there because your hair really likes that for sure. Okay, and last but not least, we're going to be talking about low porosity chicks. Woo, woo, woo. I'm a part of that, so I'm gonna give it a woo, woo. Okay. That was corny. That was corny. I'm not gonna. Okay. So lastly is the low porosity, and this porosity is considered the healthy girls, but but you know, you still, your cuticles are literally laying flat on top of each other. So like, instead of high porosity, the cuticles are like this, where they're open on top of each other. The low porosity is literally smack dab in the middle, and it's hard for moisture to come in and it's hard for moisture to come out. That is why heat is your best friend. Heat allows the hair for the cuticles to open up, and once it's opening up, it's just looking for food, looking for moisture, looking for something to come in, because it essentially is very dry in that hair cuticle, because nothing will come in. That's why if you're in the shower and it's really hard for your hair to absorb the water and you feel like it's just sitting, essentially you have low porosity hair, because until you put heat on it. That's why when I wash my hair, I wash it in warm to hot water. Yes, my scalp be burning, but it's okay because we get these results. So shea butter, jojoba oil, coconut oil, and mineral oil is very, very, very essential for our hair texture. For our hair porosity, because it's very thick, but it's not too thick, and it's very moisturizing, and it's very sealing at the same time. Lighter liquid based like hair milks are very good products to use for low porosity hair, because like I said, it's very thick, but it's not too thick for our hair, because if a product is too heavy, it tends to weigh our hair down, and you really don't see the curls and the bounce and it flowing in the wind like that, because it's weighed down. Personally, I've never actually used a hair milk, but in 2021, we're switching it up. We're switching the reins, we're switching the gains, and I'm going to be literally stepping out of my comfort zone, because I can truly attest and voucher for the fact that if you use heavy products, your hair will not flourish. This is something that I've tried different, and I literally love the results. Okay, I love the results, and it's because I didn't use such a heavier product in the process. So be on the lookout for that video, okay? But yes, for my low porosity chicks. So how do you know what hair porosity are you? Well, I got you, sis. I got you. You can do two tests. You can do the slip and slide. So this one, you could be in your bed. If you're watching this in your bed, you could be just do this with me. You take a hair cuticle, a hair shaft, just a hair strand, child, one hair strand, and just rub your finger down. If you feel bumps, if you feel a little wave action, then your hair is essentially high porosity, because your hair cuticle is open. Now, if you feel it being very smooth, then you have low porosity, because it's closed together. They're laying on top of each other. Now, typically, I don't like that method, because personally for me, my hair is curly, so I typically, even though I stretch it out, sometimes I kind of feel a little rigid bump, because I got curls. Another test number two is when you take a couple of strands in room temp water or just some regular water, and you put the strands into the one or two, not a whole bunch, not a patch, but just one or two strands, maybe even three, just to, different pieces around your head, just to see where it floats. So if it's at the top of the surface, then your hair is low porosity. If it's at the bottom of the surface, then it is high porosity. It was at the top because water and the moisture cannot get into it. It's hard for it. So that's why it sits at the top. If it's low, if it's at the lows, at the bottom of the cup, it's because it's high and the hair cuticles are open and it's sucking everything up and it's weighing it down, And if it's in the middle, child, get out the screen. You're normal. Move it. That is all I have to say about the the hair porosity, and I really hope you take this test to truly know where your hair lies, because essentially, like I said before, if you know what your hair porosity is, you'll know which products to use and your hair will look bomb. Trust me, okay? It took a long time to get down this road, but we're here. Okay, 6 years, but we're here. Okay, so thank you guys for watching my video. Thank you guys for clicking onto this video, and I hope you stay and just watch some more videos, man. Watch some more. Now, I want to leave you guys with this: your fears cannot go where you're headed. Okay, it's your girl Trinity Leah, and thank you guys for watching another video. Peace.